The news alert was urgent, flashing across screens and echoing through newsrooms around the world. Tension was rising fast in the South China Sea, and the world was watching. Chinese Coast Guard vessel blocks Philippine supply ship at Ayungin Shoal. The headline was stark, but the reality unfolding at sea was even more intense. On board the small Philippine supply boat, Inaction, the crew braced themselves as the massive Chinese vessel blocked their path, its horn blaring a warning. The message was clear: turn back, or face the consequences. The tension was palpable, every second stretching out as the two ships faced off. But the Filipino crew pressed on, carrying vital supplies for Marines stationed on the BRP Sierra Madre, a rusting warship and symbol of Philippine sovereignty. The Sierra Madre, grounded intentionally years ago, now stands as a lonely outpost, a testament to the Philippines' claim in these contested waters. They'd faced water cannons and intimidation before, but their mission was essential. Each trip brought new risks, but also renewed determination. The Chinese ship shadowed them relentlessly, radioing warnings in both Chinese and English, demanding they leave immediately. The airwaves crackled with threats and ultimatums, but the Filipino crew refused to be cowed. The Filipino captain held course, eyes fixed on the distant Sierra Madre. Every decision was a balance between duty and danger, but turning back was never an option. Every mile gained was a victory, a quiet act of courage and duty. The crew exchanged glances of resolve, knowing that their perseverance meant hope for those waiting on the outpost. This was not aggression, but necessity. The supplies they carried, food, water, medicine, were lifelines for their fellow countrymen. The world saw a geopolitical standoff, but for these men, it was personal, ensuring their fellow Filipinos could survive another day. Cameras captured the drama, but only those on board felt the true weight of the mission. Each resupply run is a high-stakes gamble, a test of national will. The risks were real, but so was the sense of purpose that drove them forward. The struggle at Ayungin Shoal is a daily reality for the Philippines in its own waters. For the people who live and work here, the conflict is not just a headline, it's a part of everyday life. For the crew, it's about refusing to be bullied out of their own backyard. Their resolve is a quiet but powerful statement of national pride. Their determination is a microcosm of a much larger struggle. The South China Sea is a flashpoint, and these sailors are on the front lines of a global contest for control and sovereignty. The standoff, captured in grainy footage, is more than a headline. It's a fight for survival and sovereignty. Every tense moment at sea is a reminder of what's at stake. The world debates maritime law, but on these waves, it's about courage and resolve. The rules written in distant halls are tested here, in the spray and salt of the open sea. The Inaction pushes forward, undeterred. Against the odds, the crew presses on, each journey a testament to the unbreakable spirit of those who refuse to yield. The BRP Sierra Madre, a World War II-era ship, was intentionally grounded on Ayungin Shoal in 1999. Once a proud vessel, it now sits stranded on the shallow reef, battered by the relentless waves of the South China Sea. Its presence here is no accident, it was a deliberate act, a statement to the world that the Philippines would not back down from its claim. Its rusted hull, corroded by salt and time, looks like a forgotten shipwreck, but beneath the decay, it stands as the heart of the Philippines' claim to these contested waters, a silent guardian on the edge of sovereignty. For the Marines stationed here, the Sierra Madre is more than just a post. It's their home, their fortress, and often their only company in the vast expanse of the sea. Life aboard is harsh and lonely, but it forges a unique brotherhood among those who serve. They endure long stretches of isolation, battered by fierce storms and the unyielding sun. Every supply run is a risky mission, braving rough seas and the constant threat of interception. Their resolve is legendary, living in cramped, rusted quarters, always vigilant, scanning the horizon for Chinese ships that often loom nearby. A constant reminder of the tension that defines their daily lives. The Philippine flag flies tattered but defiant from the mast, a symbol of hope and resistance that flutters in the harsh sea winds. Every broken piece of equipment, every dwindling ration, makes the next supply run not just important, but urgent. The struggle to keep the ship habitable is a daily challenge. The mission is more than just delivering food and water, it's about delivering hope, a lifeline that keeps the Marines going, reminding them they are not forgotten. The supply crews and Marines share a powerful bond, united by a cause larger than themselves. Each handshake, each shared meal, is a testament to their shared commitment. China calls the ship an illegal occupation, demanding its removal and challenging the Philippines' right to be here. The standoff is not just about territory, but about national pride and sovereignty. For the Philippines, the Sierra Madre is a symbol of defiance, a refusal to cede even a single inch of territory. It inspires protests, rallies, and a sense of unity back home. The Sierra Madre's rusted steel is infused with Filipino resilience, each scar and patch a story of endurance and sacrifice. As long as it stands, the fight for Ayungin Shoal continues. The ship is both a fortress and a beacon, watched over by those who refuse to yield. It's a daily battle of wills, not just ships. Every day the Marines stand their ground, facing uncertainty with unwavering courage. The Marines' presence declares, "This is ours." Their stance is a message to the world. The Philippines will not be intimidated. The struggle endures day by day. As the sun sets and rises again, so too does the resolve of those who guard the rusting symbol of unyielding resolve. Beyond naval standoffs, Filipino fishermen face a quieter struggle. For generations, these waters have been their lifeblood. Now, they're zones of fear. Chinese Coast Guard and militia ships harass, chase, and intimidate, cutting nets and confiscating catches. Many fishermen are forced to abandon ancestral grounds, incomes plummet, and families suffer. The choice risk confrontation at sea or face poverty at home. This is not just about economics, it's about dignity and survival. The courage of these fishermen is a quiet resistance. Their persistence is a declaration. These waters are ours. Their fight to fish is as crucial as any naval mission. The human cost is immense, but so is their resolve. The struggle for livelihood is the front line of sovereignty. China's campaign in the West Philippine Sea is a masterclass in gray zone tactics, coercion just short of war. Coast Guard ships, maritime militia, and research vessels create constant tension, making clear responses difficult. Tactics include blockades, water cannons, and dangerous maneuvers, all designed to wear down Philippine resolve. Each incident may seem minor, but together, they amount to a creeping invasion. China changes the facts on the water, eroding sovereignty piece by piece. Maritime militia, disguised as fishing boats, blur the line between civilian and military, giving China plausible deniability. This strategy paralyzes decision-making and makes proportional response nearly impossible. The psychological toll on Filipinos at sea is immense. The Philippines once tried to balance relations with both the US and China, hoping for neutrality, but China's relentless pressure, harassment, blockades, and denial of rights made neutrality impossible. Passivity was seen as weakness. Diplomatic protests were ignored. Manila's pivot to a stronger US alliance was a reaction, not a choice. The expansion of US military access is a direct result of China's aggression. The dream of neutrality dissolved under existential threat. The choice became survival or subjugation. Faced with this reality, the Philippines reinforced its alliances. Neutrality became a luxury the nation could no longer afford. The path was forced by necessity, not preference. In 2013, the Philippines made a bold move, taking China to court under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. They challenged China's sweeping 9-dash line, which claimed almost the entire South China Sea, a region rich in resources and vital to global trade. The 2016 Hague ruling was a historic victory for the Philippines and for international law. The tribunal invalidated China's expansive claims, affirming the Philippines' rights to its exclusive economic zone and fishing grounds. The tribunal also condemned China's interference with Philippine vessels and its environmental destruction, highlighting the damage to coral reefs and marine life caused by Chinese dredging and island building. Yet, despite international law being on the Philippines' side, China rejected the ruling outright, refusing to recognize the tribunal's authority or findings. On the water, the legal wind changed little. China maintained its presence and control with a powerful navy and coast guard, continuing to patrol and assert dominance over disputed areas. The ruling, while clear, lacked any real enforcement mechanism. It exposed a global dilemma. What happens when a powerful nation simply ignores international law and the world's courts? For Manila, the Hague decision became both a valuable diplomatic tool and a source of ongoing frustration, as they sought support from allies and regional partners. The ruling gave the Philippines legal and moral high ground, helping to rally international support and draw attention to their cause on the world stage. Yet, for ordinary fishermen and marines stationed on remote islands, daily life remained unchanged. The risks and challenges at sea persisted despite the legal victory. The law may be on their side, but the reality is that force and power still dictate what happens on the water. The ruling stands as a beacon of hope and justice, but it is not a shield against intimidation or aggression. The gap between legal victory and the harsh reality on the ground remains stark and unresolved. The struggle continues for the Philippines, armed with truth, international law, and determination, but still facing overwhelming force on the open sea. The US-Philippine alliance, forged in war, has been revitalized by necessity as China's assertiveness grows. Manila's deepening security ties with Washington are pragmatic, not nostalgic. The Mutual Defense Treaty now explicitly covers attacks in the West Philippine Sea. This assurance emboldens the Philippines to defend its rights. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement allows U.S. forces to rotate through key bases, boosting deterrence. Joint patrols and cooperation enhance maritime awareness and capacity. The alliance is a strategic calculation, not a choice. In an ideal world, the Philippines wouldn't need foreign protection, but reality demands it. With China's coercion, Manila leverages its alliance to buy time and build its own defenses. The partnership is about survival, not preference. It's a shield against erosion of sovereignty. The West Philippine Sea conflict isn't just geopolitics, it's personal for millions of Filipinos. Families worry as loved ones risk their lives at sea, facing not just nature but foreign threats. Fishermen are chased from ancestral waters, their dignity and livelihoods under attack. The psychological toll is deep, a wound in coastal communities. Coast Guard and Navy personnel face daily danger, their courage often overlooked. Each confrontation risks escalation and loss. The real story is resilience, of families, fishermen, and sailors. The fight is for dignity, survival, and the right to provide for the next generation. The human cost is the true measure of this conflict. Beyond headlines, it's a struggle for justice and a sovereign future. The Philippines' stand in the West Philippine Sea is born of necessity, not belligerence. Neutrality was closed off by China's aggression. Manila's pushback is a fight for survival and dignity. The cost is high: strained budgets, lost livelihoods, daily danger for sailors and Marines. But the cost of surrender would be far greater: loss of territory, rights, and national destiny. The 2016 Hague ruling gives the Philippines legal and moral ground, resonating globally. This is more than a local dispute. It's about the world's future law or force. The Philippines stands for a rules-based order, despite the risks. The fight is for home, honor, and the future of generations. The nation's resolve is tested, but its choice is clear. The struggle for the West Philippine Sea is the struggle for the soul of the Philippines.